started putting some money aside for just some little short Facebook ads as well as Google ads. I started a Google ad yesterday, and because I had, one of those little $500 credits, when you don't advertise, when you have a Google Ads account, usually when you first get started, they'll give you a little promo code, and then if it's been a while since you've used them, usually about once every 6 months, they'll send you another promo as well. And they sent me one for, spend 500, get 500. So for $1,000, you're only having to use $500 of your own money. Our average conversion last year on Google was about anywhere between $200 to $300 per acquisition, which is pretty hefty. Google is the most expensive in my opinion. However, we plan on, working to get that down this year. I plan on really hammering that hard. But like I said, for this video, we're just giving an overall update about those ads. What type of ads I'm running, are they working, have we gotten any calls, what are the goals of the two ads, how the ads are different from one another, and just kind of what the goals are. So with that, we will just kind of go ahead and get right into it. First and foremost, we're logged in to our Facebook business suite. We're in the ads portion of that. One thing I have noticed is Facebook now has this option where you can actually connect with a marketing pro. I have not done that yet. I do plan on doing that just to kind of see, what they have to offer. I'm assuming it's kind of like a service that, is included with the fact that you're already paying Facebook to advertise and stuff like that. So we'll probably set up a meeting with them at some point when I have some downtime, hopefully at the end of the month or next month before busy season, and I'll let you guys know kind of how that goes. But with these Facebook ads that we kind of have been running, one of them we were running as a lead campaign, specifically trying to get leads. That by far is the most expensive route. What it does is you essentially set up a form specifically for Facebook. So instead of taking them to a landing page or anything like that, they literally click submit form, and what'll happen is it'll give them a list of prompts that you select yourself, such as name, phone number, email, all that type of stuff. And as you can see here, it was over $30 just to reach about 550 people. So pretty expensive ad overall. Not necessarily my most favorite. I've done a couple of these in the past, and overall they're just very, very expensive for what you get. Of course, you're not getting any type of website traffic whatsoever. There's no real landing pages, anything like that. So this is saying, we did get one click. No one actually filled out the form, but someone did click on it, at least supposedly, and they charged us $30 for that. I'm trying to show you all kind of what the ad looks like, essentially. So we had just a little ad here with our, basic promo, winter promo of, pest control for as low as $29 a month, yada, yada, yada. Nothing crazy. Pest-free home, $29 a month. Get a quote. They'd fill out that form. But $30 just for, one click, essentially. So, very expensive, in my opinion. Now, it could have been, of course, how we have our targeting set up. We're very on that specific campaign. And even this one that we're going to talk about next, it is very concise. We're only targeting, the top 25% of earners. A very small radius, something like roughly 2 to 5 miles from our location. So it is very, very hyper local and not a major audience there. So that could be part of it too, of course. But overall, we do have that one paused. I might end up editing and making some tweaks to the audience and all that type of stuff. And I'll keep you guys updated, of course, with that. The next one we have here, it's a website promotion ad. These tend to be kind of my favorite just because it does drive overall website traffic. And of course, if they like what they see on your website, who knows, they might click to another page, send some good signs to Google to, maybe push your pages up the ranks on Google as well. And then, of course, the goal ultimately is, hey, can I get them to either call us or submit a form with us as well? So as you can see, we've been running this thing for about 16 days. We've been running an average daily budget of just $5 a day. Nothing crazy. As you can see here, our cost per landing page view is $1.37, which is not bad at all. That's very, very, very affordable. We've reached, between 9 to 10,000 people. And we see all of our engagements, 3-second video plays, post engagement, link clicks, landing page views, post reactions. We've had like 1 or 2 people follow our page off of this ad, which, take it for what it is. They are real people, at least. One of them was actually a current customer of ours. But overall, this ad, I will say, has not gotten us a customer. We're going to stop this ad actually here, I think, after tomorrow, if I recall. This was just an ad that we were running after the recent freeze that we had in the Dallas, Texas area, because, we've had a lot of rodent calls after that. And we just made a little, it says a video because there's a little video within here, essentially, of, a little rat essentially poking his head out there, rat mouse, poking his head out through there, just trying to, grab people's attention with that little clip within there. And Best Rodent Control 2023. And then, of course, I don't know why it's acting up. Sometimes Facebook, man, I tell you, they drive me crazy. But yeah, just a good little, like I said, another hyper local. We're specifically targeting Rowlett, Rockwall. We say surrounding areas because we did expand this to 5 miles. So that includes, if East Dallas area, that we have Royce City, which is just east of Rockwall. Just to the north, you have Sachse, Wiley, that kind of thing. So we wanted to, put surrounding areas in there just to make people feel like it wasn't just Rowlett and Rockwall. But again, still a pretty local ad overall. But what I'm really using this ad for specifically is, go back to the results there, is specifically, the fact that the cost per landing page views is very, very cheap. I like the fact that, I can pay less than $2 per landing page view, and when you actually break it down, 96 clicks, we're talking less than $1 per click overall. I'll never complain about that at the end of the day. If I can, like I was mentioning with Google, we're spending, at least in the past, we've spent $200 to $300 per customer acquisition. So if I can get similar results out of a Facebook ad, I'm not going to be mad. Like I said, we've only spent, around $77. Yeah, we haven't gotten any specific, leads from that I'm aware of. Still working out some of the tags within our website to make sure that if someone does submit a form through Facebook or calls us through Facebook, that we are able to track that the right way. So we may have had 1 or 2 leads at the most come from this that, I may not 100% know about. Like I said, we're still kind of working through that. There's a lot of back end stuff with the website that goes into, putting in those tags and all that stuff to make sure that this specific landing page, 1, is an index, so it's not able to be on Google, and 2, that my website host is letting me know that, hey, this lead came from a Facebook ad, or that, hey, this phone call is from a Facebook ad, etc. But like I said, as I'm aware, not so far this has produced anything, but it might have produced 1 or 2 leads that I'm not aware of currently. Just being upfront about that. But like I said, I'm doing this more so as kind of, I guess you could say, brand awareness, trying to boost website traffic overall. It's not a waste of money per se, but it's more so just trying to drive website traffic at a very affordable cost. There may be cheaper ways to do this, but like I said, if I'm paying less than $1 per click and, less than $1.50 per landing page view, and if, 1 in 100 landing page views can land me a specific lead or anything like that, or whatever the case may be, my name just sticks with somebody later on, then it's money well spent, in my opinion. And either way, it's a tax write-off. So that is pretty much it for the Facebook side of things. We also had a Google ad. Like I said, this has only been running now for just over, we're going into day 2. So far, we've already had 2 clicks. It's only costing us $5.65 per click so far. We have not had any leads off of those clicks so far. However, you can see here the 2 clicks that we did receive are from the keyword roach removal, which we have a very high CTR right now, 25%. I do expect that to go down considerably, in the coming days, weeks. I need to go in here and edit, our negative keyword list, or our keyword list as well. If any of these I want to put in my keywords, I need to add those. As you can see with that, you can literally just hover over it and then say I want to not show up under Barrett Pest Control, which I don't. Then I'll go ahead and put in Barrett Pest Control. I'll do a full, more detailed video about like the whole negative keywords and all that in the future. The main thing you need to know is, say you don't want to pop up under anything related to Barrett Pest Control, you would essentially go in here. You have phrase match, exact match, and broad match. Exact match is pretty much saying, you just don't want to pop up under the search term Barrett Pest Control specifically. Phrase match, like it says right here, your ads will no longer show if the phrase Barrett Pest Control appears anywhere in the search with additional words before or after. So that means, someone typed in Barrett Pest Control reviews, you wouldn't show up under that. Or how much does Barrett Pest Control cost? You wouldn't show up under that. And then broad match, say we click that. Broad match is pretty much saying your ads will no longer show if the search contains these words in any order. That one, you're not really going to use that in my experience too often. Most of the time, I'm either using phrase match or exact match. For this one specifically, I'm going to do phrase match, and we go ahead and save that. I haven't actually looked through this yet because, like I said, this is only the second full day. I usually like to check this every 3 to 5 days, essentially. You can check it every day. Technically, that would be best practice overall, but even marketing companies, they usually only check these like maybe once or twice a week, as far as I'm aware. If you own a marketing company, feel free to blast me and let me know if I'm totally wrong on that, and if you check it every day. Of course, the more the better. You can check it too much. I found whenever last year I was running ads, I was checking it like every 30 minutes to an hour. You don't need to pay that much attention to it. If you check it once every 1 to 3 days, that's plenty. I'll probably go in there and check it tomorrow or Friday. It's Wednesday at the time of shooting this video. And and then also Google will give you, an optimization score, recommendations, stuff like that. You tend to take those with a grain of salt. Some of them are just totally irrelevant, in all honesty. In all honesty, when it comes to this optimization score, I found that, the average is going to be anywhere between as low as 70% to as high as around 90%. Once you're getting above like 90%, you're just kind of overdoing it, and you can actually hurt your ad in some cases. And there's a lot of marketing companies that would back me up saying that. Conversion tracking status, we are in the process of verifying one of our tags with that as well. Like I was mentioning with Google earlier, that'll help track conversions in terms of forms being filled out, phone calls, all of that kind of stuff. Phone calls will be easy because we're using CallRail for the call side of this ad. But I like seeing it within the actual Google Ads platform as well. Then you can see there in the billing side of things, it's saying that, of course, we have $18 right now as our balance, which I like keeping track of that. And then, of course, you can, scroll down here and see, when your stuff is showing up. Trying to see if there's anything else real important. What your ad is showing up as the most. So this one here, people have seen 31 times. It has a 6.5% CTR. Just says cockroach control, get 50. I think that's a great ad, in all honesty. Great setup. Google usually, they'll have you put in a couple of different headlines, essentially, which are like this. This is a headline. This is a headline. And then for pest management, that's a headline. They'll have you put in, usually I think the minimum is 4. I usually put in anywhere between 4 to 7 of them, and then they will kind of play around with them, essentially with their algorithm, figure out which one is performing the best, and then they'll push that one out. Very, very cool technology. Can be annoying early on, kind of be a waste of money early on, but it's gotten a lot better over the last year, I'll say that. But yeah, like I said, overall, we haven't gotten anything from this ad. It's very early. I'll definitely keep you guys updated and probably do another update video about a week from now. Just giving you guys like a 1 week update. Maybe we'll do like weekly advertisement updates, assuming that, we continue to have enough funds to continue to feed the beast, as I always say, when it comes to advertising and all that good stuff. Like I said, this is very, very early on. I would expect, within the next week, hopefully, we'll start getting a call. We're only running $30 a day on this, and that's max. That's your average budget, essentially. So how Google does that is in a rolling month, they will make sure that you do not spend more than an average of $30 a day. So say that, you line up your advertising perfectly, where the first of the month you're starting fresh, and you're doing, let's say, $10 a day, and it's a 30-day month, Google will make sure that you do not go over $300 within that month. There may be one day you don't, spend anything in terms of advertising, and then the next day you might spend $25. And you're probably thinking, well, what the hell? I'm like $5 over. It will even out. They will make sure that you do not go over your budget. It depends on if you set a max cost per click, or if you're doing just kind of, max clicks, which I do not suggest. I suggest setting a max bid for your clicks. That's what we do. We set ours, I believe, at $25 is what I set ours at for this campaign. And the way that you can go in and do that, again, we'll go over a whole video, about how to set up a Google ad for, different types of ad campaigns and stuff like that in the future. But one way you can at least get a gauge on setting up your cost per click analysis would be going into trying to pull this up here. Setup, measurement, planning. So you go to, I believe it's the keyword planner. You go into keyword planner, if it'll load up here. And then from there, let's see if this one will pull up kind of keywords. This will kind of show, so you can see here, let's just say you wanted to use exterminator, for example. You can see here the competition level is medium. The top of the page bid on the low range is around $10. On the high end, on the high end of things, $35. And that's currently, at the moment. So you could say, okay, I definitely want to be near the higher end of that. Some people will think you want to be on the lower end of that. You do not. The best, it's kind of a catch-22. Yeah, on the low end, you're going to get, more clicks based on your budget. But what I've noticed is the higher we're willing to pay for our clicks, usually the higher quality of the clicks. We're not getting spam clicks, anything like that. We're mostly getting high value clicks from people actually looking to use our services, not a bunch of BS bots or anything like that. So, take it for what you will. That's just from my experience. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated. Like I said, we have ours set at $25, and you can see here, we are right either smack dab in the middle in some cases. Some of them, that's pretty high. That's actually changed recently, because that was in the 50s for pest control garland, which is surprising. I'll definitely, have to do some analysis. But like you can see here, overall, we're either in the middle or we're towards the upside on our max cost per click. So I definitely suggest using the keyword plan tool when it comes to running your Google ads. And like I said, we'll do a further, analysis video of that in the future. Don't want to make this video incredibly long or anything like that. But other than that, that is pretty much it for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, I definitely ask and would appreciate if you guys hit the thumbs up button. It helps the video out and helps the channel out tremendously. And like I said, if you're new to the channel and enjoyed this, definitely make sure to hit the, where it said thumbs up, hit the subscribe button below, hit the bell icon beside it. That way you'll be notified every time we go live or upload another video. And then, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you're not already in our totally free Discord group chat, definitely consider joining that. There's over 220 of us in there. If you're looking to join a community of like-minded people looking to grow your pest control business, start a pest control business, or invest some money to achieve financial freedom at the end of the day, that is what we are all about here. Other than that, hopefully you guys have a good rest of the week. Keep on going out there, making your money, hustling for that money, investing your money, and achieving the financial freedom that you and your family deserve. And I will see you guys either in the next video or the next live stream this weekend. Take it easy, everybody.